Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Devin, just after the Blackburn game, day after, thoughts?
Tell you what, I'm shattered on that. I've been back till 1. I put work at 6. But I'll tell you something, I'm going to disagree with you, just to put it out there. I didn't think it was a shit game, as you said. I think it was two decent sides, cancelling each other out, both guilty of not having clinical finishes at the end of it, because we had ample chances, and it was the decision making of our lot. Colin Grant had a cracker. He should have put it right instead of left. It's just a shame that the good golden opportunities fell to the fullbacks, but you know, another day that would have been put away. However, Rovers also had their opportunities and they didn't put them away. So all things considered, right, we're away from home against a team who were doing pretty well, and we come away with a point. To me, that's the result.
Yeah, I think for a positive stance, I can see exactly where you're
sorry
coming
to
from.
put him, because I'll only forget.
Go for
it was a stonewall penalty, Furlong.
Yes, yeah, we'll come on to that in a minute. We'll talk briefly first about the Blackburn game, then go on to the Cardiff game on Saturday. But if I'm going to be completely honest, I think I knew you knew I was going to say this anyway. I wouldn't say I was overly impressed with the performance.
Your words were, that was shit.
I know, yes, modern language by the way. But I think if I'm being honest with you, I think the reason why there's many reasons why I say that, and I think it's literally just because we were missing something like a spark, like we've for the last couple of weeks. Like I said to you, and that's what I thought going into the game. That was my worry, and I think you can see in the game itself that we tried to do something different, a little bit different, not loads different, the small little minor details. Where I thought we tried to go a bit more to Madra up top in this game, and there was points where realistically they had two men on him. Yeah. And because of that, he didn't get the ball lots of times. And when he did, he didn't have the biggest chance unless he had like a couple of skills around them.
As well,
yeah, unless he went around them, which again, I think 2 out of 5 times maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Then other than that, we didn't really have much of a threat up top, I thought.
I'd agree with you. And for the decision to take Madra off at the end, I don't know. But again, let's get one thing pretty clear. And there's some cracking comments as well. I can't remember if it was David or John had said that, hang on a tick, don't get started Carlos. Look at what he's got to work with, look what he has been working with. So I totally agree with that. And I think the other comment was, I can't remember if it was John or David, was, yeah, we're missing a bit of magic. And we're missing that, what's the word, the concise play. I still think, let's get a grip, right? Yes, I was disappointed. Did we lose? No, we didn't. Have we been hammered? No, we haven't. So let's get behind the lads. Now's not the time to start digging Carlos out, because I tell you what,
I ain't digging Carlos out at all. I think many people have said the fact that we might need a plan B sometimes, but not always we see it. I think when tactically you look at it, you might not see it from the eye, but from his point of view, he does see it. And I think in the game against Blackburn, I think as you said, they weren't defeated all season. They had a perfect record at home when they won. When they won every single game, and don't even they did look alright. But I thought there was chance in the game where realistically, if we're on top of our game, we could win that game. And I think I said to you in the first half, and I think I said in the blog as well. I just thought to myself, it says a lot when the best opportunities we had were Furlong and Heggen, and that was just because that the attackers weren't getting in to their normal positions.
Mind you, early on, had a great opportunity and he didn't put it away.
Which one was that one?
It was within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah,
he had practically an open goal.
It will come to me, that one. It will come to me. But yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. And I think for me, I said too as well, it was a fact that, if you notice, and the only times we got in front of goal, and if we're being honest, was either a set place when the ball bobbled to someone. And don't get me wrong, you need to take those chances then when the luck's on your side.
I'm just trying to think. I apologise. I think it was Furlong, not Manchester.
It was Furlong, yeah, that's right. And I think I said to you as well about the fact that I think it was Malumbi. He went past about two or three players just to create at least one opportunity. And again, it might be us being bad, which maybe yes and no it was. But again, you got to give credit to Blackburn. I thought they were ace throughout. I thought they didn't sit back, but I thought they pretty much set up a good formation against us to really crack us down, and we couldn't get through the back line.
I don't think there was much between either teams, did you?
No, there wasn't at all.
You know what I thought he was going to say then? There was one moment, I think it was later on in the game, and by the way, my two standout players, and I'm going to go for those in a minute. I'm going to go for Grant and
Malumbi.
But yeah, Jace Malumbi, right, he had a great opportunity. He hit it straight at the keeper.
That's right,
yeah. Me saying to you, what a save, and you see, it isn't a save. Right, yeah. He hit it straight at him.
I just feel like with the Albion, we are missing some of the spark, and I think again Bartley was missing. Do you think that made an impact?
I don't think he did. No.
I don't think he did at all, really. But I can see cases where you might have. Because I thought Paddy McNair, what you thought was him coming to the side. I thought he's a decent game, didn't he?
There are two I'd dig out and say they didn't.
Who?
Would be the chap who come on, your mate Bambi on Ice.
Oh, he's only on for like a minute, do you, Keita?
And the other lad.
Who, Dobbin? Yeah, he gave the ball away a few times. But we'll go on to man of the match, I'm going to say as well. I thought my standout, and I think even Mum said this to me watching on TV, which was surprising. Big shout out to you, Mum. Was the fact that Furlong, he really impressed me. I thought he was excellent once again. Of course,
plus he's just had a new contract as well.
New contract, and who was captain for the game?
Furlong.
It was Furlong.
Yeah.
So fair play to him. I thought he had a brilliant game once again. And I think we'll go to the penalty. Yes or no?
Waller to me.
So we'll put it on screen now.
As a referee, I'd say that he changed the course of play the way he was going, and he did connect, whether it was meant or not, or whether it was accidental or not, and it was a goal scoring opportunity.
It was a goal scoring opportunity, and I feel like people are saying, I think it was the fact that, he wasn't looking at the ball, he's played him. But if you look at it, if that's anywhere else on the pitch, it's a foul, isn't it? And don't get me wrong,
I don't think he did play him, I think that he
What?
Well, alright.
Yeah, I think you can say yes he did, but Furlong knew what he was doing. It is a foul. I'm not going to cry about it because really,
to us, Dan.
I'm not going to cry about it because realistically speaking, we shouldn't get in the positions where we're going, but this should have been a penalty. This should have been a penalty because there's been games in this season where you're thinking to yourself, that was against us, for example, like games like Plymouth and Millwall where they've had a chance to score and it was offside or something like that.
Look at the positives though. If we've got, and it was what I was saying the other day. And it's come to fruition. If we've got the fullbacks who are getting up there and having a crack, it's only a matter of time before they do score. So it's great because it's opened up the play. While the people are putting two players on Madger or two players on fellows.
That's when the players in the step up, isn't it?
Let's use that space, and which we did. Just need to get the shooting boots on because let's not moan about the fullbacks not being able to score. The bloody forwards can't.
Oh no, I definitely agree with what you're saying there. I think overall, as I said, the spark has gone at the moment. It probably is. It probably is teams cracking the stand. I think there's been a couple of comments saying that. Put them on screen now.
Are we still in the top 5?
Yes, I think there's a couple of comments saying that the panic and saying we need to get a new manager. There's no need at this moment in time, and that is literally just because look where we are because of Carlos Corberán, and that is due to Carlos. Let's be what it is.
Listen, it's like in a
and don't get me wrong, I was going to say, everyone has their opinion, don't they?
Yeah, I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but my opinion is this: we cannot dig Carlos. We're 5th in the bloody championship, for crying out loud, and he's had buttons to work with, and it's because of Carlos we are where we are. Because I'll tell you something, we could have gone down under Steve Bruce.
No, I know we could have.
And he's coached the play. He alone has got us to where we are.
Definitely, and I think another point I was going to mention to you, I think a lot of people said this to me in the stadium, it was the fact that they didn't think Madger was with it. What are your thoughts on that one?
I don't know, I think he's probably...
Are we relying too much on him
Yes.
because he's scored so many goals throughout the season?
I bet the poor bugger's thinking, we shouldn't have scored all them goals early doors. They want me to do it week in, week out. But listen, we've got our return back from it. Well, he's probably just knackered, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he probably is. That's why I think a lot of people have said about Devante Cole coming off the bench,
I would
for
like
example.
to see him, however, isn't it suggesting to you that Carlos has seen him in
There's
training?
got to be a reason, hasn't it? There's got to be a reason.
You know who my standout for last night was? I can't remember his name. A lovely chap. Spoke to him at half time, and he'd just come back with his mates from Italy. So he'd landed in the country early on and made his way to Blackburn Road.
That's right.
And
Jack and Ashton, I think it was.
Poor old mate Ralph.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But no, big credits to them for going big up shout to you boys for going to the game. And to be fair, I think the whole day as a whole was actually really good, mate. I really enjoyed it. Big shout out to gents, Luke and Jack.
I thought that the turnout from the Albion fans for a Wednesday night was fantastic.
It was really, really good support. I think we'll go on to Cardiff in a minute, but anything you would change going into that game?
I would mix it up a bit, to be honest with you. Yeah, I would. I'd give fellows a rest.
Would you? Yeah, I didn't feel like again he wasn't at his game, but then again it's probably teams doing their job on him at the moment. Because don't get me wrong, John Eustace has got them set up perfectly. He's a really good manager.
And I wouldn't start Grady either.
Would you not?
No.
Yeah, a lot of people said
I
he's
love
a bit
him,
off.
but he's so frustrating, and it's maybe because he's not playing in the proper position. And I'd start Wallace from the front from the beginning.
Would you? That's a really interesting decision, that is.
I would,
Maybe put in the comment section, guys. What do you think of that one? Right, go on to Cardiff. It's going to be a tough one, I think. Really, really tough game because, of course, Cardiff, they sacked who? Balut, wasn't it?
Couldn't pronounce his name.
Yeah, I think it's Balut. Sorry for butchered that, guys. They brought in another. I think he was like an interim manager who's doing it right at the moment.
Who is that?
I'm not too sure of his name, if I'm honest with you.
You know, sorry to put in. Tony Mowbray was linked to that job.
That's right, it was. But I think the Inter manager who's come in, he's doing all right there, actually. He's got a couple of wins under his belt. And, of course, they got that 5-0 win against Plymouth.
I couldn't believe that, could you?
Yeah,
You know something, I think...
That's what happens when a new manager sometimes comes in. They got that
manager bounce. Yeah.
They're always going to have that. And I think some players like Callum Robinson, who we know from his time in the Albion, he's a good player on his day.
I would suggest...
And he fell out of love at Cardiff. And now this manager's come in and give him more game time, and he's playing well again.
I would suggest the reason he's done that is to court the manager's favour. So he's continually in his thoughts. Cause he's an intelligent bloke, good player, but he's intelligent. He plays people well. You know, I just hope that we don't become victims of a smash and grab against Cardiff. And you know who's going to smash and grab the goal, don't you?
Robbo. Yeah, I thought so. I think.
Will you give him a good reception?
I didn't. Yeah, I will. I don't think he did anything
He had
wrong.
some good games.
Yeah, he had some good games for the Albion. I think everyone always says about when I think it's against Blackpool when he jumped up that challenge onto the keeper. But then again,
let's move on.
We'll move on from it.
Who's the chap? Is he Ramsey?
Ramsey.
Right, yeah, is he playing?
He might be. I think he's played a couple of times for Cardiff, but again, he's a bit off it. My player that I really like, Perry and G. I think he's a great player. I know he's got a good free kick on him, and he's a good leader for Cardiff. And I think that might be the reason why we're not winning these games, because we're missing some sort of leader in the team.
And again, I can just always hear it in your voice. Don't underestimate Cardiff. I'm not going.
Especially for where they are. They were, as everyone said, oh yeah, they were second bottom one, or we should be easy beating these. And they've hit a run of form, but we should be easy beating these sides. They've hit a run of form for a reason, haven't they?
Exactly, yeah.
They're playing well.
And I think they've got nothing to lose, have they? They've got a new manager. They're eager to impress. So it's got a 1-1 draw written all over it for me.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Because that's the worry at the moment. Because how many goals have we scored at home at the moment?
It's low, isn't it?
I think apparently it's 3. Makes put
I
that
can see
conversation low,
Higgins
guys.
scoring the weekend. He gets in and about it, and I think if he gets his shooting boots on, then we'll be okay.
It's going to be a tough game, a really tough game.
The biggest problem we're going to have now is if early doors, to quote a phrase, if we don't put them up against the early doors, the crowd will get on top of them and they'll create their own pressure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they've got a really good fan base. I know you lot know a load of Cardiff fans.
Isn't it? Wasn't it? Doesn't it?
For the game, I'm going to go for, I'm going to say 2-0 win for the boys. I'm going to say confident. I think we need to get a win at home and hopefully can start a bit of a good spell going towards Christmas. I think, isn't this game just an international break again?
International break.
You love your international breaks, don't you?
Yeah. But again, I think it'll come at the right time, because I think Carlos has obviously got some work to do. Whatever's going on behind the scenes, I'm now beginning to think it may even be confidence, because listen, everybody was crying out for him to shoot, so either they've been told not to, or I don't know what's going on, whether it's confidence or not. If you do not buy a ticket, you will not win the raffle.
No,
Simple.
I know you spot me with what you say. Again, guys, what were your thoughts on the performance against Blackburn? I don't think it was the greatest, but I don't think it's as bad as.
I'm giving them 8 out of 10.
I just think we're missing something. The reason
I think it was it was better than Oxford. I think that I'll tell you something.
There was a spell at Oxford though that I thought we were really, really good, and if we carry that form on from that 20-minute spell at Oxford, we can beat teams.
I mean, I know you love all this. The stats, possession-wise, we were passing the ball around really well. Just
No, we were.
There's no bloody end product.
Again, that's possibly I'm going to say on the game was against Blackburn. You got to remember they haven't lost at home, and we were dominating throughout, especially that second half, playing the ball about, getting it down the wing. Again, Grady's up there for debate. Would you start him? Would you bench him?
Bench him.
Bench him for a reason.
Because I think that, I hate to say it, when he's not on fire, he's a bit of a liability. He'll lose the ball. He won't track back. However, I do think that I could feel for him actually, because he gets chopped down by people. He's got the skill set, but you know what? Him and Swifty, for me, the jury's out.
The jury is out, because I think when they perform and the team performs, when they don't perform. But I was going to mention to you, because you made a great comment last night to me. If you notice, guys, in the game last night, if you watch it carefully, what was the one thing we changed at one point? And you kept saying it to me throughout the game.
I can't remember now.
You know, you talk about possession.
Yeah.
We were hoofing it longer points, and it was working.
Yeah, I know,
it was working at points, going over the top, and we're running on the
There's
script.
no harm in doing that, you know.
There isn't sometimes.
You know something, it was like John was saying on the coach.
Shout out John Homer.
Yeah, Big Johnny, or Sir John. I've gone off my track now. We haven't always got to play out with the back. I'd love to know whether or not, it makes me nervous, but they seem, are they either getting away with it or they're making hard work of it? Because at times when I just want to say, just bloody hoof the ball up.
Exactly, yeah. But saying that, I thought the defence.
I thought Palmer played well.
Defence were excellent. There's no complaints from me about defence.
Furlong played well.
Semi's always a jury's up. I thought he had a great game.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So listen. It's not bloody doom
Exactly,
and
there's nothing to
gloom.
worry about, is there, at the moment in time?
Yeah,
I know everyone I think it's 4 or 5 now without a win, but there's nothing realistically to worry about because we're not getting beat. We're just pretty much, if we have one little thing that we change, we win these games.
Isn't it crazy to think? I'm not going to mention the Darryl, but if that doesn't work, what's to stop Mr. Patel saying, I'll tell you what, I'm sick of this. I'm going to go out, break the bank and get it forward.
Exactly, yeah. You completely right what you say there, Dad. Guys, make sure as always, put down in the comment section below, what are your score predictions for Cardiff? Dad, anything else to say?
Yeah, you know, something done after a long, hard journey back and a long day today. Ain't it brilliant that people take the time still to come up, say hello, have a chat?
Guys, it means the world to us.
It
Thank
does,
you
actually, it does.
so much for your support on the videos. We really appreciate it.
Again, because the more there was a chap, terrible with names, then it's my age, I think, who waited to the end of the game just to come and say hello.
Yes, I know.
And for me,
Sorry,
you
mate.
know something, we're no different from you. You're no different from us.
You're the reason why, guys,
We're
we do these
just baggies,
videos.
Dan. You cut us and we bleed blue blood.
Oh,
So
sorry.
thank you very much. And I love seeing so many different faces. The Big Jack, Little Jack. I call them Ruby's mum and dad, but they're not Ruby's mum and dad. But it was lovely to see them. And you know what? It just makes... It's a Wednesday night, it's cold, but you see the same old faces. And I think it's fabulous, so thank you.
And big shout out to Neil as well.
Oh,
big
Neil,
shout out to
big
Neil. Well, man,
lovely
you
to
are.
see you, mate. Lovely.
Guys, thank you so much for always watching these videos. Make sure to like and subscribe if you can. Dad,
Time is it done?
it's showtime.